Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in today and joining us here and listening to the live recording. This is not live, it's recorded, but it's recorded live. So Lisa said social media too. She's running like a chicken head off, aren't we all? Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about social media, and I also wanted to focus on like how to unstick people, where you're stuck, and I'll talk about where I'm stuck. That might help you guys different places. Okay, cool. First of all, I just worked out. I just barely like forwarded through my the cool down. So my face is still red. I'm drinking my Hydrate. I haven't even had my Recover. I'm gonna try and jump off and get that when we're done. But part of for me, more people. Okay, I'm going to write that down. And that's one of my gifts. So I'm happy to share about for me because I never knew. I also put that in it. So for me, I'm just going to kind of do brain dump here too. What we're going to focus on today is working on real situations and trying to move people past where they are. For me, one of my big things is I'm a procrastinator, and I feel like I'm always running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I'm a hot mess. Okay? It is what it is. I don't think I want to be perceived that way. So I've really been thinking about that lately in my head. Like, I have some friends that that's all they think of me. I mean, I know that's not really all I am, but when they see me at a certain point of the day, I only see them once a week, and I am like, and I'm like, oh my God, I've portrayed that image for the last 8 months at that hour that I see them every week, and that is how they perceive me. And I'm like, is that really what I want? So for me, I have to think more consciously about that 1 hour, and that makes me think about my whole day. Am I really that person? And so I've been doing a lot of thinking and trying to figure things out in my life. And one of the things that I watched a movie the other night, I can't even remember what it was called, but it was about and I only watched the last like hour of it, that 2 cancer patients that fall in love, and they're both terminally ill, and just their love story, how they didn't want to have love and then they accepted love, and then how it ended up, and basically they were like practicing obituaries for each other. And I started thinking about that, and that was one of the exercises that a few years ago one of the mentors that I had me go through, was to write your own obituary. And maybe not as morbid as that, but to think about how when you leave the world, what you want people to have thought and to think about you and your impact you are making. And I'm like, wow, I don't want everyone to say she was a hot mess. Because I mean, as much as that might be true, that's not the impact that I want to leave on the world. And I know I'm not. So that just has me thinking about that 1 hour that I come off that way, and it's okay, but I'm like, what can I do in my life to just acknowledge that it's okay to be crazy, but then to just work past that. And, you know, I do want people to know that I struggle personally with commitment to myself, to working out, to taking care of me, trying to be better at it, and I'm growing, and that's good. And I can be good about my workouts, and then I can be bad about my workouts. But what I see as a common theme for me is that I'm always putting it off until it has to be done, and then I'm rushing through it. And I feel like that might be how I show up in life sometimes, like get everything done at the last minute. So I can work on that. And in me sharing that struggle online, that might be something that other people can relate to. And that is going to help me help other people through their issues, also help me connect with more people and attract more people and grow my tribe. And as coaches, that's one of the main things we want to do. Okay. I was listening, and I was sharing this a minute ago before we hit record. One of the top coaches that I'm friends with shared a video that he made for his coaches, and it was awesome. I'm going to share it with our team in the team page. And it's basically how he trains new coaches, but how anybody can take this and run for it, even if you're run with it, even if you're an existing coach, even if you've been a coach for 5 years. In fact, I found it to be useful, and I've been a coach for 9 years. So it was all about being consistent and making sure that you share and knowing that people are watching you and that they need to watch you, and you can't disappear and come back, because that destroys your credibility as to what you're doing and why you're doing it. Yes, you can share your struggles, but don't go away and restart this business over and over and over again, because you lose your momentum, you lose your trust, and people are watching. So the one of the main messages that he said was that in order to be really successful and create financial freedom in this business, which I fully believe in this, you have to have 2 to 3 business partners that are in it like you're in it, or more than you're in it. They have to be running with you and all in. So your goal in this business is to find 2 or 3 people that are all in with you and build this business with you at the same or greater pace, but that truly believe that they're going to make an impact, that they're going to change the world, that are going to be able to help people. They have to have that passion that's so strong, and they have to be willing to work at sharing their struggles, sharing their journey, and inviting people. Because it really gets down to the vital behaviors, right? We need to use the products. We need to work on ourselves with personal development. We need to invite people, and we need to recognize the heck out of our team, ourselves, the people that we've invited, our challengers, our coaches, you know, anyone in life. In fact, recognize your sister, recognize your parents, recognize your teachers. Just if you are the person that people want to be around, they're going to want to do what you're doing, okay? So if your life is I'll use my example, a hot mess, no one's going to want to join you or your team or what you're doing. But if you're making an impact, if you're a good person, if you're giving back to society, if you're helping people be better versions of themselves, people are going to be if you're positive, people want to be around that. They need that because they're a hot mess, right? I'm just using that word excessively today. But as a mom life can be crazy. But taking care of me first and making sure that I'm a priority and setting a good example for my children is a priority to me. When I can make that known online, I get a following. Now, there might be all kinds of people out there that are following me. Some might relate to me. Some might watch me, admire me. Some might want to be me in 20 years. Who knows who, why, what, when are following me. But after I get people following me, my job is to interact with them, to connect with them, and to help them through whatever they're going through. That they're not going to let me in until I've built trust with them. Okay, so that is what Danielle was asking about. How, once you have these people following you, how do you, quote unquote, form them, build trust with them, connect with them? We're going to talk about that. Amanda was asking me, how can I stay consistent on social media? So I might ask her a few questions about what she means by that, but I'm going to share with you what I'm doing first, okay? Because I don't have a huge social media presence. I do have 4,000 likes on my page. Those have been accumulated over the last 3.5 years, and they are not interactive likes. So when I look on my page, the comments and likes and shares of my stuff is what counts, not the number of people that have clicked like on my page. Because the number of people that have clicked like on my page, yeah, it helps my page get credibility. A lot of them are coaches I don't know. They just see it as a suggested like this, and then they like it. But what means more to me are the 2 or 3 or 10 people that are liking my posts, that are commenting, that are sharing, because those people, obviously, what I'm saying means something to them. That's why they clicked like. So if I could, I guess I just realized Facebook had this option, but when you have a post and people that you don't know have liked it, I can click on to see all the people that have liked it. So I did that. Like, I posted a picture of me with Shanti 6 years ago and a picture of me with Shanti 4 years ago, and I said happy birthday, and then I said, appreciate having people like this in my life, whatever, to push me, whatever it was. A couple of people that like him clicked like on my thing, and I'm like, I don't know these people. And I for a minute I was like, well, are they obviously a coach? Because I don't need to invite them to like my page if they're a coach. If they're a coach and they want to like my page, they'll like my page. But a couple of them look like they may or may not be coaches, and I didn't spend a lot of time trying to figure out. When I click on that view, like, look at the people who liked your post, you can click on it and it shows you all the names of the people. There's a little button next to them, and it said invite or invited. So I just invited them to like my page, right? I mean, if they like my page, maybe one of their friends will like my page. Who knows what's going to happen? But what we need to do is we need to broaden our social media presence, and we need to work on getting more interaction on our social media. So if you only have a personal page, I am going to suggest you get a like page, because the like page is more of a business page. Definitely still share, I feel, on your personal page and try and get people from your personal page over to your like page. But in the meantime, your like page is your business page, unless people are going to see it, because that's how Facebook works. They want you to start to pay for ads and, get that bumped up and whatever. So I'm kind of doing a little bit on both still, but more on my like page. I changed the name on my like page to be my name, so that when people do search me, both of them come up and they go, oh, she's a public figure, or, oh, she's a coach, and they click it. So that's another suggestion. But so what would I do to create that connection and that trust is, one of the people that liked my stuff, I was friends with her, but I don't know her, and I don't know how I know her, and we don't have any mutual friends. And usually I try to tag, if they're my customers and I've added them, I usually tag like something in my friends list that I know that they're my customer, and this one didn't have that. So I just went to her page to see if she's a coach or if she's friends with people on the team, and she's not. I think that's interesting. So she either was a customer or just someone somehow that we got to be friends. I looked at my message history, and I had never messaged her. So because she's been liking my stuff recently and she's very supportive, I just clicked message, and I sent her a little message to say, Thanks so much for all the support you give me. The likes and the comments are great. You know, if there's ever anything I can do for you, my goals are to help people be the better version of themselves. You know, just let me know what I can do to help you. And I said, have a great week. And she said, thanks, will do, you too. And I said, thanks. And that was kind of the end of that. But I feel like that's the first step, acknowledging people for whatever they're doing, just acknowledgement. So when you can acknowledge them for sharing a post, for liking a post, for commenting on a post. And then the second step, when you're ready, is to ask them how you can help them. I said, you know, I try to provide content on this. If there's ever anything that you want to see or anything you think of, let me know. So now I've opened the door to communication, and you know, I'm not gonna bug her, but now she knows, wow, this is a real person. This isn't just a like page, someone with someone managing her content, or if there is, that person cares. And I'm just trying to build a little bit of trust with her. Now, I am really good at connecting with people in person because I ask a lot of questions and I care about people. So for me, naturally, and I'm sorry, I'm watching, there's this family of quails outside, and there's a mom and a dad, and there's like 13 babies, and I'm just watching them eat right now. So when I'm looking at you, when I'm looking past you, it's because I'm watching this little thing. Okay. So when I connect with people in person, I want to know all about them. And what I realize is that I've probably been forming people for my whole life without realizing I use this formula form. So I'll share with you what this formula is. It's talking to people about their friends, their family, their occupation, what they do for recreation, listening to what they say, and then if it's appropriate, delivering a message, which is the end. So like family, occupation, recreation, and a message. And the way I do it is, you know, usually if I meet someone in person, I'm talking to them about something that's around them, their kids, their family, what they do. And so I just ask a lot of questions, but I'm interested in their response. I'm not waiting for the next question or to say me too. That's something that kind of, I think, ties people up. Is I used to like to talk a lot, so I would say, oh my gosh, me too, I've got 4 kids, my son is, and they're like, okay, see ya, right? Like, you got to let them talk. People like to talk about themselves. So when you can say, oh, I have a 15-year-old too, so tell me, does your 15-year-old play sports? Like, you want to create the connection by acknowledging that you understand or that you have something in common, but then turn it back to them and ask them another question. You don't want to be talking about you. Huge difference. I feel like I've been a connector my whole life. I wanted to like listen and ask people questions and then help them solve whatever problem they had. They just moved to town. They've got 4 kids. Then they say, oh, I have 4 kids too. I understand, you know, coming to a new place, it's got to be pretty tough. If you ever need anything, let me know. You know, we've been here forever. Dentists, pediatricians, whatever it is, soccer clubs, just let me know. And so they might say, oh my gosh, I've been looking for a pediatrician. Well, great. Give me your email. I can send you mine and my sister's. That way you can have 2 to compare, and, you know, we can connect. And are you on Facebook? Maybe we can stay connected on Facebook, you know, if I meet them at the park or the grocery store. So it's not weird and awkward, but that's who I am. Like, that's just part of me. So for me, it doesn't seem weird. When you're connecting with people online, there's 2 things that happen that make it different. And for me, it makes it challenging. One is they can't see your eyes. They can't see and hear you, and that makes a difference. So the voice memoing is good because that helps build a tighter connection because they can hear you and they can hear your emphasis on certain words and passion. They aren't feeling like you're a salesman. So if you can, when it gets to the point where you're starting to talk about something that you're passionate about, send them a quick little 30-second, 20-second. It was so great to connect with you. I really have enjoyed talking to you. Be sure to reach out and let me know when you have questions because that's why I'm here. How easy is that? That's super easy. Facebook has a little feature. You can use it on Facebook. Texting has it too. So when you're texting somebody, kind of throw some emotion in after a while. They know that you're real and that you care. It goes a long way. So when I'm doing that online, I feel like it's harder unless you're interacting with them right there and you're instant messaging right back and forth, and they can see you're excited by how quickly you're typing and that you use all caps sometimes. I mean, that helps portray your message too. But overall, what you're doing when you are talking to somebody and getting to know them and building that relationship and trust with them is you're trying to find out what you have that you can offer and help them with and what they need right now. You know, they might just need someone to listen. They might be going in for gastric bypass in 3 weeks, and they might just feel like, I don't even know what to do. And, you know, when you care about them and what they're doing, in a month, you go back to them and say, hey, I know you just had your surgery. How are you doing? How are you feeling? That's just human nature to know, wow, this person cares about me. She's not just interested in selling me something. And then, you know, when they're ready, then their doctor might say, okay, you need to start walking. You need to find a healthy protein shake. They might say, oh gosh, let me go back to that girl. She never even tried to sell me anything. She was just talking to me. She was interested. She cared about me. Hey, when my doctor said I need to start walking, you know, then I can start 10 minutes of exercise a day. Do you have any suggestions? You know, then that's exactly what you want, is them coming to you. So you want to listen for what they need. If they don't need you right now, just to be there to see how they're doing and check in with them. But forming is, I think, an art. It's trial and error, and it's getting to know somebody without expecting anything in return. And when you hear that they have a need for something and you can help them, make sure that you're presenting it in a way that it's helping them and not helping you. Because we all know that, like, okay, we're going for Success Club. We're making sure that we're helping two people. They might be drinking this other shake, and you want them to buy your challenge pack, but maybe it makes sense to just recommend the workout program right now and say, you know, I understand you're doing this other thing right now, but this is the workout program, and if you want to do it, this is what I'm going to recommend. Of course, the best deal is to get it with shakes. I know you're doing these other shakes right now, but if you do decide in 30 days that you want to get the shakes, we can get you the deal because we can upgrade your purchase to this bundle package that we have. So I'm going to check back with you in about 2 or 3 weeks, see how your stuff's going. I don't want you to change if it's working, but if it's not, I want you to give this a try. So you're really being receptive to where they are. You're not pushing sales on them, but you're letting them know that you're looking out for them and the best deal possible. The other thing I want to say is that, well, wait, okay, let me see if there's any questions on that. That was a little bit on the forming. We're going to talk a little bit more about being consistent on social media too in a second. Let me look at this. Social media and running, let's do it. No, really stuff I would love to hear how you told people. Okay. So type back, Danielle, if there is something on that topic that you wanted to hear more about. I feel like it's totally about your interest in others and your ability to continue to ask questions. And when you get stuck on where to go, the form is there for, you know, focus on their family first, kind of ask them what they do for work, what they like to do for fun, and see if those spark any questions to kind of keep them going so that you can hear what their message might be. And when I form, do I always get to health and fitness? Hers never seemed to go in that direction. Okay, so, you know, 90% of the time we do talk about that because I push the conversation that way, I guess. Oh my gosh, these little guys are coming right to the window. Hold on, let me see if I can get a picture. I'm not sure. I'm just fascinated because they're only a few days old. Hold on one second, I'm sorry. So like when I'm in the grocery store, I might talk to people about their kids, the shopping cart, comment on something that they're eating, you know, maybe, or their tennis shoes or their workout jacket. And then that might lead to a conversation in fitness because it's like health food or it's, you know, sports related. Sometimes I talk about kids and their sports, and then that might lead into oh yeah, I love how kids are so fit these days. You look pretty fit, you know, do you take workout classes? Are you at the gym? You know, what are you doing to stay in good shape? So sometimes I drive the conversation after we've built a little bit of rapport over to that topic. Sometimes it goes somewhere and sometimes it doesn't. They might say, no, I don't work out. Say, oh, well, you look really good. You're very lucky, you know. And then it's kind of just in passing. I'm usually wearing workout clothes. Sometimes I'm sweaty, and I apologize for that. And I explain, you know, I had to fit my workout in, and I'm here, and I didn't get to shower, and I feel kind of embarrassed, so I'm sorry. You know, I'll try and throw things out there that are relatable, but personal. So, yeah. Connecting online to fitness, it's almost, you have to be a little more direct, because if you're a health and fitness page and you're connecting with people about health and fitness, then you can ask, so what do you do for exercise? How are you staying healthy? You know, those types of questions. And it's funny, I was talking to somebody yesterday who was telling me how she has friends doing these other businesses, and someone just joined Rodan and Fields, which is like a face cream, face care business. And they said, so do you want to buy this package? It's, you know, totally great for your face, and it's $200, and I'm wondering if you want to get started doing it. You know, it's had great results. And she's like, I don't know why. She's like, I have no problems telling them no, but I appreciate them asking me. Why do I have a problem telling somebody they can buy this fitness program for me for $200 or for $150? I'm afraid to ask. She's like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why that is. And I said, if you think about it differently, that might help. So when you're thinking about what you have to offer, instead of thinking about it as selling them, think about it as helping them. Say, hey, I know how much you like to work out, and if you ever want to try something new, I just wanted to make sure you knew that I think this would be perfect for you. And, I run groups every month. So if you're ready to if you're ready to make a change or you want to try something new, let me know. If it's more general, I'd probably go with that. But if it's more pointed in, I know you're looking for something that's going to, you're frustrated with your results. I've seen this program to be amazing. I would love for you to try it with me. You want to give it a try and kind of ask for the sale. Those are some of the ways that I would present it to somebody. Of course, there's always just, I'm running the 21-day challenge. You wouldn't be interested in joining me, would you? That was Patrick Reelman when I shared the video with you. That was one of the ways he invites people. So I wanted to back up for 1 second and just share that I'm going to be sharing a video, it's a video training. It's about 50 minutes long, and it's from Patrick Reelman, who's an elite coach. I shared his picture in the group the other day. He and his sister with their total earnings right now per year and how they built their business. And his video was really just about training a new coach and mindset and behaviors, and not just for new coaches, but for anyone in this business. And one of the things he talked about was consistency, and showing up on social media is part of it. And I wanted to talk about that because Amanda was asking, and I want to find out where she's stuck. But if you're a product of the product and you're seeing results, even if it's just that you feel better because you're doing it and you're taking care of you, or maybe it gives you more time because you're working out at home instead of going to the gym, or maybe you've never got great results and in 30 minutes these products are showing you exactly what to do so you don't waste time like at a gym and you can get better results, or maybe just the shakes make you have energy. Whatever it is about that journey that you're on, you just share daily something that relates to your challenge pack, right? Or your health and fitness. So I might share that my lats are sore. I've been doing pull-ups 4 days a week, and I never did that before. Like, that's something new for me. And then I might share something about how somebody asked me to do pull-ups. I was like, oh, wow, you could tell. I didn't ask him why or what. He was asking me. I was looking strong. Who knows? But, sharing some kind of a story that leads back to your workout helps you, because it's not saying, hey, I'm doing this workout. Do you want to join me? Do you want to buy it? It's more like consistency every day. People are like, oh, she's looking better. Wow, she's doing this program. It's only 30 minutes a day. I'm ready for something new. Hey, Lee, what's that thing you're doing? I want to try it. I want to join you. So people are watching you. That's the biggest point I want to make. One of the things that Patrick said, I'm going to share this with you, I told you, is that, well, two of the things he said, he had a great visual for those of you that are visual learners, that this business is like one of those escalators, right? Going up, it's taking you up. Actually, it's a down escalator, and if you were a little kid and you walk up the down escalator, have you ever done that? We have to work really hard to go up the down, and if you stop, you go right down, right? Anyone done that before? You're all worried when your kids start doing it. You're like, hey, you're going to go down. You have to walk really fast. So he's saying how this business is sort of like that escalator. It's going down and you're going up. And for a whole entire year, you're going to have to keep going, and keep going, because if you stop, you are going to go right down with the escalator. And then you have to start all over again. So I love that visualization. For those of you that are like, this is hard. Yes, it's hard. It's not. Anyone can do it. It's hard to be consistent. And we talked about the tortoise and the hare. This is my success is due to the fact that I show up every day. I might show up and say I didn't work out today, but that's real, right? I might show up and say, I had pizza and ice cream today. That wasn't on my eating plan, right? So I'm being accountable and real, and I'm showing up, and I might not be working out every day, but I find a way to talk about who I am to connect with people every day. And I do my best to work out 4 to 6 days a week. And I try to share something about my workout. I might share a sweaty selfie. I might share me in front of the video. I might share, I might just wear a shirt, like something so people know that I'm still out there and I'm still doing what I told them I was doing. So that goes back to vital behaviors of being a product of product. So when you use the product and you have passion for them, you just find a way to talk about your life and how it fits into your life. I don't want you posting every day, here's my workout, here's my workout. I mean, if that's part of your life and you're posting other things, great. People know you're showing up and you're getting sweaty and you're working out every day, and they're going to see changes. They're going to see that you're healthier, or that you're happier, or that you've lost some weight, or that you're able to feel good about your body image, that you wore a bikini, something, because people are watching. They notice the little things that you don't necessarily notice. So with that consistency comes the people that are watching you and the people that want to join you. Now, when you're sharing your lifestyle on top of that, maybe you got to take a trip. Maybe you got to stay in bed with your sick daughter because you don't have a boss to ask if you can stay home from work. I mean, the little things that you do. Maybe you rented a limo for someone's birthday, or got together with your coaches, or had a nice dinner with your husband and could afford a babysitter. I mean, things that maybe people are like, oh, I wish I could do that. Your lifestyle is something that people are going to be watching. So when you have all the little things lined up, right? You're showing up every day, you're sharing your life, you're being relatable, new people are liking your stuff, you're interacting with them, you're running challenge groups every month, because now you can talk about inviting people or needing accountability and asking people to join you. And then your business is slowly growing. You're going to find your 2 or 3 people, right? Because I said, well, this was what Patrick had said in his video, was that in order for you to be really successful in this business, well, 1, you need to be working on you, right? But 2 is you need to be inviting people to join you. And you need to be looking for 2 or 3 people that are in this business with all their heart and passion, just like you, maybe more than you, but that want to do this with you and that you can partner with and run with. Great if your sponsor is one of them, but you need to have 3 people that you sponsor that do this with you and your sponsor, okay? What that does is that creates more for you in the future. Gives you somebody to partner with, but it also creates more if eventually, if they're in it like you are, they're going to be enrolling and building volume too. And the big part of financial freedom in this business is having a team of people doing what you're doing, because the volume that your team creates bonuses for you. And that's really where your income can go up exponentially. So you have 10 people a month and you're going to make $300 a month with Shakeology customers, and that's a car payment, and that's nothing to joke about. So that's going to change your life. And over time, 10 becomes 20, becomes 30, and now you're earning $1,000 a month just on your Shakeology customers. Well, that's $12,000 a year. You're getting free product and helping people. If you want to make them $120,000, just get 2 or 3 people to do that exact same thing that you bring into the business, okay? And if 2 or 3 people that they bring into the business do that, that's where a 6-figure income comes from, okay? It's you tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends, they tell 2 friends, and that really, obviously, you know, it's sort of a numbers game, and if you only bring in 2 people, they're probably not going to be your rock stars. You probably need to bring in 10 or 20 people to find those 2 or 3 people. But a diamond coach, you know, is a team of 12, and that's kind of where the diamond rank, you usually get 1 or 2 people that are going to be in it. If they're all in, then they're going to be diamonds, right? They're going to find their 2 or 3 people, and that's really the way that this business works. And in order to bring people in, if you're out there being consistent, you're sharing your lifestyle, you're connecting with people, and they want to do what you do. Like, I'll give you a quick story. This is about consistency, so I'm going to roll back to work with my sister and a neighbor who's a coach on our team, and we run, and I don't even run it anymore, but we were running all together a local fit club, which was a video-led workout on Tuesday nights at our dance studio, who donated us space, and we would play the video and work out once a week. We've been doing it for a couple of years. In fact, I've been doing it for about 5 years at different locations. It was the public library, community center, and then I moved to the dance karate studio, moved to the dance studio. So people are always willing to donate space. At the library, we paid like $5 or $10 and we got it, you know, for an hour or 2, and we could do it there until they changed their hours. And then we moved to the community center that was giving us free space, and then we moved to the karate studio that was free space, and the dance studio. So the point is we offer a service in the community to expose our business and work out with people and have a great, you know, it's more for us so that we can work out in a fun environment. We also get to showcase our workout so that when I'm talking to somebody, I can invite them to something. Well, you know what? We have these free workouts on Tuesday nights. If you're interested in joining, give me your info and I'll send you an invite. Well, now I just got their info. So there's a lot of reasons why we offer the free workouts. And then, you know, it's best if you get them a free account so they're tied to you and you tell them, you know, I'm not here to sell you, but if you ever do decide to buy it, get it from your, log into the site and get it here, because then I get credit from the company. Same price you pay on TV, you know, just helps me out and I can keep doing these free workouts for you. Okay, so it's no pressure, low, whatever commitment. They come when they want to. So one of the dance studio parents, who I didn't know, came to the T25 workout when T25 first came out. She had been using Insanity. She was like, "Ooh, Ashanti, new workout. I want to come try it." And she and her friend came to the workout. Well, my sister and I were running it. We never got her information. We didn't do anything with it, so shame on us. She bought T25. I didn't know. She didn't even know maybe that I could help her, but she went on doing it. About 8 months, a year later, I met her. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I think I know you." She was like putting it all together. My license plate says P90X, and was talking about Beachbody, and she's like, "I do Beachbody workouts." I'm like, "No way." And she's like, "Yeah, I came here. Oh my gosh, were you leading the class?" Yes. So leading the class means I stand in front of the room and I work out and embarrass myself, just like they're in the back being better than me. She's a Zumba instructor, by the way. Okay, so our daughters dance together. We have this connection. She's been watching me. In fact, we met the other day, and she said, "I've been stalking you." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But here's what showing up every day does, right? I show up every day online. I share my struggles. I talk to people in person. I've been putting myself out there. I have my story weave in and out of my page, my like page. I've invited her to like my page. I've shared with her that I'm a Beachbody coach. She's referred people to me. All of a sudden, she starts seeing me travel a little bit. She knows that my work trips are fun. She has a heart of gold and is an instructor. So we got together socially a couple of times, and one time she said, "Tell me more about what you do." So I explained it. That's really interesting. Then the lifestyle part comes in again. She works full time. She has 2 little kids. She has to have a nanny in the afternoons. You know, we were talking about house cleaning. I said, as my business has gone bigger, I've been able to afford that, and that makes me happy because I'm a terrible cleaner. Little things that we talk about, lifestyle, whatever. This is over time. Remember now, she's been a Beachbody user. She tried T25 with me not knowing. She bought the product. Never got her a coach account, or a customer account. Shame on me. The other day, she said, "I want to send you my resume and see, you let me know if you think that I can join your team." I was like, "Oh my gosh." So I looked at her resume. I said, "I looked over your resume. When do you want to talk?" And she's like, "Can we talk on Tuesday?" And I said, "Sure." So on Monday, I'm like, "I'm just confirming what time you want to meet or what time you want to talk." And she's like, "Can we meet?" I was like, "Of course." So we met on Tuesday, which was yesterday, had a nice conversation. She's like, "So tell me more. I think I want to do this." I told her about it. I know the resume part, Danielle just said, I love that she asked to send you a resume. Not too many people have ever done that. I loved it. But yeah, like I think sometimes people don't necessarily get what we do, but I explained to her what it is, and I said I'd send her an enrollment link, and I used the Team Beachbody coach enrollment app, and I sent her a link, and she went through that and enrolled, so she's now a coach on our team. I'll be introducing her today. But she's perfect for this because she's in a social, what is it called? Social worker type, but she's not a social worker, but she's in that type of a field where she cares about people and she's into helping people. She's a Zumba instructor. Also answers questions all day long about nutrition and fitness and helping her friends. That's personal, but she loves that part. And, she's grown out of that part in her fundraising. She's doing more fundraising now. She's not as much hands-on with her work that she does for full time. So she feels like this is going to provide something that's missing for her. But I didn't, yes, I had to portray my life, and this is a unique situation, but I didn't have to hardcore recruit her, right? Like if I had, she probably wouldn't have joined me. It's taken, a while. And it's because of what this business really is and someone getting to see that. The only way they can see that is if you share that. How it's changed your life, how it's changed you, how it changes people on your team's life, how it changes your challenger's life. That's part of the recognition, right? When we recognize people for their success with weight loss, with healthiness, with being a role model, like you have a part in that. And when you're recognizing people are like, "Oh wow, look at the impact she's making." Maybe they want to join you. The being consistent on social media and showing up is really more sharing your life and weaving Beachbody into it, I think. Amanda, tell me what you were looking for out of that question.
I just struggle with being redundant over and over. I just don't want to put, "Oh, I just got done working out. Oh, I'm drinking my shake." So I just find that I struggle with what my real message is, I'll post a picture of my kids, or I'll post a picture of a trip that we're going on, and I might post a recipe or something I'm eating. So I guess because I haven't really honed in on what my brand is, that I'm sort of like jumping all over the place. So I get in my own head, and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm not going to post that. That's ridiculous."
Okay, well, 2 things to remember. Most people don't see everything that you post.
Right.
And so if you post 5 times a day, maybe they see 1 or maybe they don't see any. If you're posting the same thing, like the same 5 types of things every day, don't think that they see all 5 things every day.
Right.
And unless it's on your personal page and they're your friend, then they might. But if you're posting on a like page, don't even think about that.
Okay.
Just think about your message to the people that are there today. So there's this girl out there that needs you to see that you're doing these things consistently. When they say, look, she's getting results, it's because she's doing all these things. You know, and things that you can post outside of this is my shake, this is my workout, are the struggles that you face, not just, oh, I worked out today, because great, if you worked out every day and you have that in you, you're going to attract people that work out every day and have that in them. But my guess is that's maybe not 100% the case. For me, I told you, I have the hardest time. I love working out when I'm done. Getting there, showing up is the hardest thing for me. So my message usually every day is, I just did it. I just showed up. I just went and did it. I didn't want to do it. I did it. I feel great. Because there's all those people out there that just need to hear that. And they're like, wow, if you did it, I could do it. Like on vacation one time, I remember this video was something someone commented on. Posted a video how I went running or whatever. I was on vacation and I ran around the lake, or I did my video on the table out, the picnic table outside. And I had to find a DVD player. It was hard, and everyone else is playing and eating cookies, and I went and did my workout, so I could not feel as bad when I have a cookie. Still gonna eat the cookie, right? Anyway, these things, someone said to me, and she was young. She was a 20-year-old girl that I admire for her fitness. She's like, because you posted this today, it got me feeling like I better go do my workout. She's on vacation and she did her workout. Whoa, you don't know the impact you have. So the struggles that you share and the reasons that you do these things are the things you need to share. Not that you did your workout, but that you did your workout because you want to be a better mom and be a role model to your kids and show them that it's okay to take care of you, or that you didn't realize that working out at home every day was sinking in, but when you left the room and came back, you saw your kid in downward dog. They mimic what you do, the push-ups that they do, the things that one day I walked in, my daughter had a friend over, Mom, can we do Shaun T's Fit Kids together? So now she's leading her friend in a workout. I'm like, okay, it's making an impact. And I think those are the messages that you want to send, not just here's my shake. And sometimes you don't know what the commentary is, but just showing that you're going through the motions, or sharing I feel so much better and I wasn't going to do it. I'm so proud of me. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, that's me. I should have done it. I didn't do it and I regret it. Okay, I need to be more like Amanda. And people will thank you. You didn't know it, but you totally motivated me to get this done today. That's the reward for me when someone tells me that. That's why I post. And then the people that are watching you, there's people out there that won't buy from you, that will go buy it somewhere else, that will use it, and that will say, oh my gosh, I just want to let you know that because you are doing this, I started doing it and I've lost 15 pounds. And you're like, what the heck? But that's okay. The result is that you want people to feel as good as you feel. And you want them to do it with you. But they're only going to do it with you if you invite them to do it with you. So I've had people say, I've been using D25 because you told me about it, and I've lost 25 pounds, and now 4 of my friends are doing it, and we do it at work. And I'm like, oh my gosh, but that's because I never said. But if you don't know to invite them personally, then it's hard to invite them. So again, you just take it for where it is. Say, oh, great, are you working with a coach? Do you want a free account? You can get this, or you can stream your workouts. Did you know? Just what value can I add for them?
Right.
That's kind of what I do, is I look for how I can add value to each person. And maybe it's, because they travel a lot and they need to know about on-demand. So I need to figure that out. That's my job. That's why I form people, to figure out what can I give them today to make their life better. And it might just be an encouraging word, piece of motivation. It doesn't need to be what I can sell them, right? That's how I look at my life, is what am I there for? Why am I showing up with this person today? Why did our paths cross? There's something that I need to give them. And maybe it's just listening. But the more that you can do these kinds of things, and it's hard to do that. We have busy lives and we're running around like crazy. But I feel like if you make it your mission to just do what people need, and you don't know what that is, so you kind of have to ask questions and just work through that, that's your purpose, right? As coaches, you might not know exactly who your market is, but think about it like this. This always helps, is look in the mirror of who you were or who you are. That those are the people that you can help the easiest. because they can relate to you. So if I am a mom of 4 whose kids are all in school right now, and I work full time, I need someone to just show me that I can take care of me and it's okay. Because it's really hard to think I could take 30 extra minutes in my day when I'm away from my kids all day. The gym, I'd have to put them in daycare, it costs money, it's time, and then I feel guilty. So I need someone showing me that there's a way to get it done by waking up 22 minutes earlier. No equipment. I can go outside on my patio. I can do 22 minutes hardcore via on demand, and I don't feel guilty. Yes, the only sacrifice I made was 22 minutes of sleep. Maybe that's the message someone needs to hear. And you'll find your market. You'll figure out. But the easiest way is by looking in the mirror. Yeah, so that's my actual thing. Is like, you can't, if you're struggling with who you need to connect with, think about who you are or who you were when you found Beachbody, because those are the 2 people that'll connect best with you. Right. And as you're growing, you can be providing. Personal development is the best thing you can do. Is whatever you're going through personal development wise, share one thing you learned in your personal development, whether it's a 30-second video that you record because, oh my gosh, I was just reading this book and this was the message that I got today. Post that. I want to share quote. I was reading this and I found this quote and I want to share it with you today. So if you want to post 5 times a day, you can post about your struggle with working out if you struggle, or how you feel after you work out, or something your kids said that's cute. You can post something that's motivational based on your reading, or something that you need to hear today. You can post about what you made for dinner. You can post about your afternoon activities if you're a mom and how busy you are. You can post bedtime stories. You're looking for people who will relate to who you are. And if Beachbody's woven in, when you go to Summit and you're posting all these pictures about Summit, people have been following you for 6 months. They're going to go, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that she's a part of this big thing. They message you and say, how can I do what you do? Or how can I go to there with you next year? Or,
right.
What are you doing? You never took vacations and you've just gone on 3 vacations this year. So I feel like it's really something that people are watching. And that's how you're going to, the other message that, and I'm going to share this Patrick video because it was so good. The other message that he had in there was that people, you're looking for your 2 to 3 people, and where are they? Well, they're watching you, and if they join one of your challenge groups, it's easy to find them. You want to be inviting people and running challenges every month because that teaches people what you do. Like, you help people, you help them stay accountable, and you work with them in a group, and it's easy to have your fun life and check in on your groups. So they're like, oh, wow, she's this coach and she does this. I could do that. So you need to think about how easy it is for people to just learn what it is that you do and be a product of the product from a challenge group, because that's the easiest place to find coaches. That's not the only place. Obviously, like I told you the story about my girlfriend, Sarah. I found her because we connected. But I didn't know the things that I was doing were helping her. Like, I didn't know I was the vehicle that helped her get the T25. She already had Insanity. And meanwhile, I never made any dime off of anything that I've done for her, right? I mean, I did when I enrolled her. I helped her get a challenge pack because she's a Shaun T lover and an Insanity lover, and she will love both size and Max 30. But because Max 30 has that special deal, we got a Max 30 challenge pack for her. It's a smoking deal. And then, yeah, I made $30. But again, my goal isn't to make $30 on Sarah. My goal is to figure out what Sarah's why is, help her achieve that. And so another great tip on this video, which is awesome, you guys will hear it, I'll post it in the group, was to think about your why list. So Amanda, I'm assuming you have a list, reasons of why you became a Beachbody coach, reasons of like goals you might want to have. Patrick was saying that one of the gals on his list, her goal is to be able to buy the softer Charmin toilet paper. One of them, right? So that's on her why list. You might have 15 reasons and things on your why list. You want to have a date night once a month and be able to afford the babysitter, because a babysitter and movies and dinner, that's a $100, $150 night, and you can't afford that more than maybe once a year, and maybe you'd like to do that once a month. And maybe it's only an $80 night, because I don't know how much movies and dinner babysitters are in your area, but depending on where you eat, it could be, like $60, $80, and depending on how much your babysitter is. So if that's one of your goals, you can put that on your why list. Maybe it's to get your house payment paid, your car payment paid, to have financial freedom, to pay off your house, to retire yourself, to retire your husband, to have a cleaning lady, to buy organic food, all these things. It's part of why you do this. So when you get frustrated and you don't want to show up, you go back to your why list. And if you believe in your business, in yourself, and these products, that why is going to keep you showing up, right? It's why you want to do this, because I want to travel, because I want financial freedom, because I want to be able to send my kids to the choice college that they want to go to, because I want to send my kids to camp, because I want a retirement fund, whatever it is, because I want to wear like little fake eyelashes, whatever it is. I want to get my nails done. I mean, whatever. These are things I didn't do, but I work hard, so then I might get my nails done. Whatever it is, those are the little things. That's why I have to show up every day. It's easy to not show up. It's easy to go, oh, I'm going to take a break. But when you do that, that little escalator that you're running up is sending you right back down. So I think all these little messages add up to, you need to use the products, you need to be consistent, you need to share in your life what's going on. If you want to do it on social media, great, but just know that you need to be consistent, that people are watching you, and you need to find your 2 or 3 people that are going to be as passionate about this as you are. And that's not hard to do, is to say, listen, I'm doing this, it's fun, it's rewarding, you can start out getting your shakes paid for, but if you have bigger dreams in life, then let's get those on paper and let's help you reach them. And doing this together with 2 or 3 people makes it really fun. And that's part of why we keep at it, because we're going to reach our dreams and goals, getting healthier, helping other people get healthier, and you're making an impact, and then you're changing your financial situation, enhancing it, let's say. Maybe we're not changing it. Maybe we're just getting free shakes and that's enough. Great. But if you want to earn $1 million, like your $40 business is $1 million business, proven by dozens of people in this company. There's over 50, I think there might be 60 people that have earned $1 million in this business or more. I mean, many of those people go on to earn $2, $3, $5 million because they're consistent and they don't stop. Now they have really big teams and their people are doing it and they're perpetuating the cycle. And it's not an overnight get rich quick. You don't join this business and make hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight. But I mean, my gosh, there's people that I'm hearing in 3 years, they're making $1 million. So they are working hard, and you don't have to do that. Like, you can work at your pace. Like, I'm giving permission to everybody. I've been at this 9 years. My income occurred over the course of time, and even Patrick, his thing is he didn't show up for the first 4 years the way he shows up now. And there's a big difference in how fast he moves his business by what he's doing to get there. And that's all about your drive. What do you want? How quickly do you want it? Because you can go slow and steady in this business and you can get there. Like, it's proof that you just show up and you work and you share and you're consistent and you invite. But people aren't going to join you if you don't invite them. And I have a scenario of someone that I'm close to, a family member, like I'm girlfriend of a family member, and she's a Shakeology drinker. I didn't want to invite her to be a coach because I'm afraid, like, the person that she's working with, and so I didn't, and I didn't, and I didn't, and I didn't, and I've been talking to her a lot. She likes to comment on everything that I do, and one day I just said, you should really think about being a coach. Talk to your coach, whatever, you join my team, that's fine, but you would appreciate the discount, and you are so healthy, and you always post all these things. She's like, my coach doesn't really work the business, and I haven't really thought about it much, but I guess I should. I'm like, well, I'm happy if you want to talk about it, but you really should talk to her. But either way, I think you would be a good coach. But I was really afraid to invite her because of this relationship that she had with somebody, and I'm making up stories in my head. So I don't want to steal anyone's coach or customer, but I'm just thinking, like, I connect with this gal. She's like almost family. Why am I not inviting her? Because I want to. Like, I'll invite her to go talk to somebody else, sort of a cop-out, but I want to make sure that I'm not, like, given a blacklist for stealing someone's customer, because that was not my intention. I want to help this girl change her life. Like, maybe she doesn't want financial freedom, but I know she'd like her shakes for free. So, hey, I can help her with that. So anyway, think about what you're doing and what you're not doing, and then come back and, to the group and ask for advice on how can I do this better, or what can I do to change this? Because maybe it's hard for you to invite, or you don't know what to invite to, or maybe you're not running a challenge group every month and you need to run one with somebody. And we're trying to do more group stuff, group trainings and more group challenge groups, just to kind of give people who don't have something more structure. So if you don't run a Coach Basics, but you're signing new coaches, let's get them in a group. Maybe after 2 months you decide you're in one with your new coach, and you say, I can run that. There's content. Let me run a group lead. And so what we want to do is create this environment where people are helping to take ownership of leadership, because that's going to also grow you as a person to be a leader on the team. And it's open to anybody. It's not based on rank. It's based on desire. So obviously, if you're running a push to diamond group and you're not a diamond, well, that might be hard because you've never been there. But we want you to be able to lead as well. We don't want to take the leadership away from you. So talked a little bit about being consistent on social media. And yeah, don't worry about, yes, if you post, this is my workout, this is my shake, this is my kid, think about just the message that you're trying to get across. It can be a picture of you in that, but if the message is different every day, eventually you'll get better at changing it up. But it's okay. It's, the picture's what stops people. The words are what touch them. So make sure, you can put, one of the programs I use that I love is called Word Swag. I think it's like $3. You can buy it on an iPhone. It's an iPhone app. I use that to put the words on my pictures because sometimes it's the message that I'm trying to get across, not just me in the workout. So like today it was just do it. And so how am I going to portray that? I could just take a picture from the internet, but it's always better if you put it on top of a picture of you. So, just get your message out there. Let me see if there's something in the chat here. Teamzy. So Teamzy is an app that, or a program that Danielle's been using. I know other people are using it too. I haven't been using it, but what it does is it helps you organize all your contacts and all your friends in Facebook. And I know I've got hundreds, let's say hundreds of people that I don't interact with on Facebook because they don't show up on my timeline. They don't show up on my newsfeed. In fact, I don't even know that I'm friends with them anymore. The other day I went to go look for a person. It was this morning and we're not friends anymore. She unfriended me. Okay. It doesn't hurt me, whatever. But I didn't know she got married 4 years ago to this guy. And I'm like, I had no idea. I went and stalked her. I'm like, how funny. Yeah, okay. Oh, we're not friends. Oh, no big deal. But how can you connect? Teamzy helps you connect with the people that are on your list and kind of keeps it rotating and makes you keep an inventory of all your people and you categorize them and you can go in. And so Danielle was saying it's been helping her send random like what's up messages. And I was wondering if you had a good question to use. I find they're just giving generic answers, and I find myself responding with another question that makes sense. It doesn't feel organic. Okay, so just an example. One of my college friends, okay, I'm going to end on this. One of my college friends, sorority sisters, posted some pictures the other day in Napa, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And instead of just liking it, I thought, well, I need to be more thoughtful because liking people's stuff is great. Then they turn around and like my stuff, but there's no interaction. That's part of what Teamzy is trying to create for you, more interaction. So I'm like, okay, well, let me comment. And I sent her a private message and I said, hey, so great seeing, the pictures. And it looks like that was such a great trip. And wow, I might have to go there one day. What's been going on with you? And so she says, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's beautiful. And this and that. And then, I don't know, but then she sent back, here's kind of what's been going on, and I'm divorced and I'm working for this company, and I come to Arizona every once in a while. If you know anybody that is interested in chef's attire, that's what I'm selling. And then she's like, oh, and then I said, okay, well, I'll keep that in mind, and I know a few restaurant owners. Tell me more about the apparel. And then she sent me back a message, I said, are you still teaching yoga? I know she'd gotten certified a few years ago, and she was a yoga instructor. And she's like, no, but I'm still practicing every day. And I said, oh, I'm so jealous or whatever. She's like, next time I come, I'll lead you in a private practice. And I'm like, oh my God, that would be so awesome. That would just make me so happy. So it was just building that connection, but it started with look at those pictures. Those are so awesome. Thank you for sharing them. They look beautiful. What have you been up to? So Danielle, the generic questions are going to get you generic answers. But it's starting that connection. So I would say that if Teamzy automatically does them for you, I don't know how it works. Once they come back with something, then I would say it's up to you to go to their page and see what's going on with them or ask them what's going on with them. Doesn't look like you're on Facebook much. What's been going on? Tell me, fill me in. And, I'm disconnecting with you. Or, gosh, I saw you just got a new puppy. We've been looking at that, but I can't imagine having another set of poop to clean up. How's it working for you? What do you love best about it? Something like, how do you connect with people who don't post anything on their pages? Okay, I just answered that. Yeah. That's what I would do is like, you're probably, I don't know if you're even getting this message. It doesn't look like you're on Facebook much, but I thought of you and I want to know what's going on in your life. So send me a message, fill me in. That's the kind of thing I would say. It feels forced. If it's forced, it's forced, and then it's not the right person, it's not the right time. But if you can't figure out what you need to tell somebody, you have to ask them what's going on so that you can figure out what your message is that you need to be giving them. And maybe it's just they need support because they are going through a hard time. Maybe they're they're not on Facebook because they're going through a divorce, or maybe they're not on Facebook because they're in cancer treatment. Like, you don't know. And they might not answer you if they're not on Facebook. There you go. But then if they're not on Facebook and you know them other ways, or you have their email or phone number, send them a message. I was thinking about you. I don't see you on Facebook much. He's just trying to connect. How are you? I mean, people, that's all you need to say. How are you? That's the best question you can ask. Fine. How are you? Okay. I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for asking. What has been up with you? How are your kids? Again, we're going into the form, right? Family, occupation. The kids are great. How are yours? They are doing great. Are you still working at, I don't know, what company? Are you still working at the pool company? No, I got a new job. Where are you working? I mean, they might be making you work to get answers. How's your mom? Gosh, I remember when we were young, she would always make the best cookies in the world. Is she still making you those cookies? I don't know. I mean, if it's forced, it's forced. You got to think about I don't know. Those are the kinds of things I do. Those are the kinds of questions I would ask. I remember your brother was so much fun when we were growing up. What's he up to these days? Or, I don't know. I saw you're driving a new car, convertible, and been wanting to get one. Did you do a lot of research in order to get that one, or did that just, was the neighbor selling it? Like, how did you decide that? You're going to Fiji. Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to go there. When are you leaving, and how did you pick that location? Or you just went on this trip. I got to catch up when you come back, and I want to hear about it, or I want to see pictures, or but it has to come from your heart. I can't tell you what to say. They have to be questions that mean something to you, because they're not authentic. Like, those are things that I would say to people if I had that situation come up. So you have to be like authentic to who you are. And if you want to know about their fitness, that's legit. But make it authentic. Like, oh, I saw you're doing a ton of yoga. How'd you get started on that? I'm always interested in hearing about people's health journey. I see you lost 40 pounds. What have you been doing? Oh, I'm an Isagenix rep. Awesome. So great when people find their passion and they can help other people. That's kind of like what I do. Great. That's great. Just, there's so many ways. And if you get stuck responding to somebody, post it in the group. You'll get 13 answers on how someone else would respond, and you can take the one that is the best for you. But that's really all I have time for, because I've been on the phone with you guys for an hour. I'm going to share the video from Patrick. I think it's totally awesome when you have 45 minutes, 50 minutes, put it on your headphones and walk around the house and do your chores. Or when you're in the car, turn it on. If you have data or Wi-Fi in the car. It's because it's an hour, so you'll want to hear it. It's a video, it's a YouTube. But I'm going to post that, and then let's talk about it. Any questions you have, it's pretty straightforward. I think it's really a great training video for everyone. Have a great day, and we'll have a team call tomorrow night to a topic posted in the group when I know what it's going to be. And that one's going to be led by Jen Kelly at 6:15 on Thursday. So have a great night. And remember, bonus weekends today, so check your accounts, help your coaches check their accounts. You want to be active with 50 points, and you want to be helping people consistently. That will never be a problem. Okay? All right, guys. And if you're working towards a rank advancement, make sure to check your team's downline and everyone's status, because ranks change every Wednesday night. Okay, bye.